hearing other people's stories and being able to share my story with them has been the biggest source of support on my journey so far. So I was diagnosed with high-grade serous ovarian cancer in January of 2023. Had surgery 2 weeks later and started chemo shortly after that. At the end of that, my CA-125 was still rising, but my scan was clear, so we decided to move to maintenance and see if a change would get rid of the cancer. And finally in January, the scan showed cancer pretty much all over my whole abdomen, pelvic region. I've been on the Keytruda and the Cytoxan, and we don't know for sure if it's working yet, but I feel really good on this treatment, so I'm hopeful that this is the one that'll work. So I have 2 kids who are 9 and 17. The most difficult thing so far has been telling my kids recently that I don't know how much longer I'll have to live due to the cancer. No parent ever wants to tell their kids that they might not be around for much longer, and to tell them that I might die within the year was just horrible and devastating, and they of course were sad and didn't really know how to respond. But I emphasized with them that I'm planning to live and I'm making plans for my future, and I feel really good right now, so that's a bonus. I thought I was healthy before my diagnosis, and cancer was the last thing on my mind. It doesn't run in my family. I know almost nobody in my life has had a cancer diagnosis, and I was 39 years old and super healthy. I was shocked because it's usually a type of cancer that affects postmenopausal women. The more I learned about ovarian cancer, the more I learned that there's women even much younger than me. So I've met women in their 20s and even heard of women even younger than that who have had ovarian cancer. So it can hit anybody. People should be aware of the signs and symptoms so they know what to look for and can hopefully get caught earlier than I was. For me, the most valuable parts of the Alliance have been the virtual support groups and the Here For You financial assistance program. And the support groups, I was a little bit nervous to attend at first because I felt so young and I was worried that I wouldn't fit into the group. But once I started attending, I realized it really doesn't matter how old we are, and there were some women who were closer to my age and a lot of women who were much older. But we're all there for each other, and we've all been through ovarian cancer in one way or another. And no matter what I'm going through, whether I have good news or bad news, they're always there for me. And then the financial assistance was a huge impact in my life. At the time I wasn't working at all, and I was the primary income earner for our household, so that was a huge hit, and we weren't sure how we were going to survive. And I was really nervous again that I wouldn't qualify for the assistance because I owned my own home and I had a retirement account. But Zoya walked me through every step of the application and assured me that they wanted to help people just like me. And so I applied and was granted an award. And that assistance really helped get us through the next 6 months of treatment and not working. And I'm incredibly grateful for that support. My husband, Dylan, has been by my side since day one and always a supportive listener. I complain to him all the time about different symptoms or side effects, and he's so empathetic. And even though he doesn't understand because he hasn't been there, he makes me feel better just by listening and saying, yeah, that really sucks. And then my kids, they just keep on loving me, and they're my reason for living. I have to be here for longer because they're too young to be without a mom. I'm looking forward to living more and seeing my cancer hopefully go away with this treatment or the next treatment. And I have high hopes for a future.